Listen, man.
All right, we got him.
We like to apologize.
For what?
To absolutely no one. The two-time champ does absolutely fucking nothing.
Well, that he likes black women, and he only wants to date black women,
Is it?
and he wants to procreate with black women.
I mean,
Breed with black
There's nothing wrong
is
with
that what he said? I mean, there's that what the fuck, man?
Live your truth, king.
women. Press record, man.
We are recording. We are live.
Oh, we've been recording.
Yeah, we have.
We're half an hour in.
Breeding.
Yo.
Hey, listen, main Chafford podcast 158. We're nearly at 160.
Come on.
Hey, two Dems, the real is back. The real is back.
Yes.
If you don't know by now, do your Googles. Come on, man. Like, I don't know what to do at this point. I am Himi Neutron.
Yes.
The best member of the DSS, Dancing Idris and Eman. Get to know.
Move out the way.
Brilliant. Yeah. Lads, introduce yourself.
Don Corleone, the one and only, in the flesh, in the building,
Yes,
aka C-Note,
Love
aka LL Coolins. We here, man, coming through your speakers, your ears and ears. We here, we live. 158, let's get it.
It's the man himself. Get it.
Eman G45.
Facts.
The G is solid in my name. The 45 is silent.
Come on.
R&B voice.
Just christened, baby. Fresh out the back.
Fresh out the womb.
Tinfoil hat ease.
Yes.
Prince of the East.
Yes.
Genghis Chibogwe.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Black Mamba Dove. It's the Cheetah Yam.
Yeah.
We're here.
We are, man.
158.
Let's get it.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
I'm
I'm saying Ginger's lives matter. What's wrong with what I said in the previous episode?
I don't,
off the bat.
What's the context?
We're running it back.
If we're running it
Run that back, Turbo.
Yeah, we're running it back.
So, Little Mermaid has been...
We should have done a deep dive, but it's like...
You won't it. A little off topic. That went diamond.
Deserved. Good song.
Yeah, fantastic song.
Good song.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, so we're talking about Little Mermaid. There's been a massive controversy due to the fact that they've recasted Little Mermaid from her white ginger self in the animation to a black woman, Hailey
Berry.
What?
Hailey Berry.
Hailey Berry.
Don't know why.
Bailey.
Hailey Bailey.
Hailey Bailey. It's quite a hard name to
Halle
pronounce.
Berry.
Halle Berry.
No, yeah, you're right.
And she's a very beautiful black woman herself.
She is indeed.
There's been a massive outrage for the fact that people really wanted her to be a white woman just because they've always known her since their childhood as a white woman. Now she's being recasted as a black one. It's like...
Did people not know this? Like, I thought it was common knowledge that Hailey been cast.
Yeah, it's been out for a while, but the trailer sparked the controversy.
It's not sparked.
Now the trailer's out, everyone's going crazy.
Like, it's a mermaid.
You know what's so funny?
This is a new breed of racism. Like, this is insanity.
I hear it though.
I don't.
Do you know why this is so funny?
Why?
Because this movie is predominantly for kids. Why does everybody care besides the kids?
It's people's childhood.
Oh,
Is it?
Miss me with that, man. I couldn't care less, bro. Maybe because I never really liked... I mean, I thought Little Mermaid was
I've never
cool.
watched it. But
I've seen it, it's alright, it's cool, but if you're a big man in your big 30s with all these bills going up and you're sat online saying, oh, why is the Little Mermaid black?
Like,
please do us a favour.
Get tough.
Do me a favour. Roy Keane. Do us a favour.
Why are you playing Fred and McTominay?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Why do you care?
It's insanity.
I mean, I hear it from their
it's insanity. Nah, I can't look at it.
The only people I'm hearing it from is ginger people. What do they care?
No, but think about it. Like,
ginger people.
Yeah, but when did the film come out? Yeah, but
what?
Of course, we don't give a fuck because we're men.
I want to hear it from them and them alone.
We've never really sat down and said, "Oh yeah, let's go and watch a Little Mermaid film." Us man were about Action Man back in the day.
If we were to gather up all the people who are angry about this, what would the demographic and the age range of people who are angry about it be?
Am I wrong?
Yeah, I was about my Hot Wheels. I'm not gonna lie.
I was about the Hot Wheels Steve. It's only gonna give you one answer, isn't it?
Why do you care? That's the biggest thing. Like, I'm not pressed
I couldn't care less. I don't really care less about these live action remakes from Disney.
Oh,
anyway,
they're horrible anyway. None of
it
the
came
only
out.
one that's good
It
is
came out
Aladdin.
in 1989. So pretty much anybody from the ages, I would say, I'll give it a 10-year gap. Yeah. So from
30s is what you're saying.
so
Or
from
late
89
30s.
to 99. Yeah, people have some. I can understand why you have some vim towards her being cast as
You're a
black.
big man.
Yeah,
That's
but
that's
but
my
think about it.
rebuttal.
Yeah, but
It's like-
That's my
no,
rebuttal.
no, but think about it. You're what 30.
But what are you? This is mandem, you know. Like,
Women don't care. I don't think
nah.
It's not. No, there's a lot of women that do care.
they shouldn't.
Let's
care,
no,
man.
because there's a lot of white women who've just been like, yeah, this is me. This
I
is
just
what
can't-
I've always think of.
But it's a reimagine.
If you're
it's
born again Christian, you know about Mama Water. So
Are mermaids real?
yeah, they are real. They are real, and they're wicked.
Are you what? You think they're real?
individuals. Yeah, they're wicked. That's why I said if you go Nigerian, you hear Mami Water. That's what it is. The spirit of the sea.
Well, so is it like what they say about sirens? You know, the things that are underwater, and they try to attract the fishermen by using their voice, and then they drag them underwater.
Is it mermaids doing all that?
Yeah, apparently.
Shit, sign me up. Get me in that scuba suit.
Listen, they don't like.
Get me
They
in
don't
that.
like her.
Get me in that suit. Yeah, I'll be looking like Gunner on drip or drown
you are
artwork
sick.
with the umbrella.
You can find me underwater. Nah, that's different, man.
Listen, man.
But back to the topic. Like,
Triple
if you're
chance.
born from the ages of 1989 to if you're born within that era, then actually probably even let's say 1979 because at that time you're probably 10 years old and you're probably watching those sort of films, those animations. So from 1979 all the way to 99, that's a 20-year gap.
Do you know why it doesn't?
People are really.
Do you know why it doesn't matter? Do you know why it doesn't matter?
Because their kids are gonna watch it.
Because Little Mermaid.
And they're gonna see
There's
it.
nothing about. You're an idiot.
What did he say?
I'm not repeating what you said.
No, but I think that's what a lot of people are gonna say, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, black woman.
Yeah, I know.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
The reason why it's not.
You saying they're coming like Viola Davis and that?
Let's hear rap.
You know, because you're a nigga. You're a coon.
I've never been so
Greatest actors of all time.
I've never been so disgusted. You sent me the clip, and I was watching it in pure disgust. Do you know why it doesn't matter? Because when you look at what it is, it doesn't matter if Little Mermaid is white, black, Asian, whatever. If you take a story like Pocahontas, where the main crux of the story is because she's from where she's from. If they casted her as a black woman, I'd understand why it wouldn't make sense because the story is now it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
If Mulan was casted as Indian, what are we talking about? You
Aladdin
get
was
it?
supposed to be Chinese, I think.
Was it?
I think the original story is from China, I think.
Oh, fair enough.
Arabian
But do you know what I mean? It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect the context of the story.
Right.
If it affects the context of the story, I get it. There's something to be said.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't take
it's
away
a,
from
it's
the
a
core.
mermaid. Mermaids don't even
Her
quote
best
unquote
mate is a
exist.
Caribbean
a
crab.
crab. What are we talking about?
But then
I just don't. The people that are pissing me off is the ones that are trying to bring science into it. Like it's physically impossible for a mermaid to be black. What are we? What are we?
These are the
talking
same
about?
guys that are angry that there's a black people in Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings.
But then don't you think that this is, as a black person, don't you think this is a bit? It's a bit over the top.
Nah, it doesn't concern me. I don't think it's that deep personally. I think if it affects the integrity of the film and you're now jumping through hula hoops
Like,
just
you
to
could
make
just-
it black,
yeah.
then I get it. Then
Like,
yeah,
like,
fair
if you
enough.
couldn't make her
if they
original
did it to
film.
Storm, say they tried to whitewash Storm and they made her a white actress. It goes back to your point. The core of that character is a black person. She's like it's impossible for.
Oh no, they'll you see black superheroes and electricity. There's a whole thing about it. Like they can't turn around and make a white character. Like
So
no,
you're saying they can't make
it's-
white lightning? Is that what you're
No,
trying to
they
say?
can't. They can't. They
I
can't.
get
They can't.
static shock.
They can't because like there was no
But you see
there was
what
no
I'm saying?
originality back then when they were creating black characters.
So you said
And
Man,
all
they
of them,
said,
throw some lightning.
yeah, every one of them was just lightning.
black, crack on.
Yeah. So
Fair
like
enough.
Storm, for example, lightning, black lightning, static. Like And then the reason why they created those characters was because they didn't want to pay royalties to the original creator of one of the actors, of one of the characters.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, but yeah, don't you think like they should have made like an original story? For example, there's Django. There's that cowboy film on Netflix with Idris Elba and
I've seen that movie.
Yeah, that film. Like there's
what homeboy from Stranger Things. Oh no, don't worry, ignore me.
John Finlay is it?
Yeah. So like, don't you think that it's a slight? It's over the top.
No, I get it, because I think with what Disney are doing and the responsibility they have is, well, their catalog is so big and it's so iconic that they can easily go back, and that's what they're doing. They're rehashing these movies again. But I think they do have a responsibility to make it diverse, because when you look at all of these stories in the back, you say maybe like 10% of them had anybody from other places.
Yeah.
So back then, no one cared as well. So it was fine if like all these characters were white. But if there's any scope to potentially change that, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I also think you
see the clips of those kids seeing it and they're happy about it. They're over the moon. It's not for us, is what I'm trying to say. The people who want to be angry about it should be angry about it. But if you're in a specific demographic, I don't think it's that deep for you, personally. But
and representation matters. Like you said, those kids being able to see that, like, that's beautiful. I think it's important.
But I think that's one of the things that should be taken away from it, is representation. The fact that I want to say that black people haven't been represented that much, and then all of a sudden they see now this character's like, oh my gosh.
If they want to be mad, do you know how many years throughout Hollywood like they've whitewashed?
I've seen a couple black girls, well, a couple black ladies who are of age, and they're like, yeah, like this is actually amazing. But
it's important.
It's a good thing.
All I know is
that
there's a guy who works in artificial intelligence, and he's gonna whitewash the whole film.
Good for him.
Hey, listen,
if that's how he wants to spend his time,
I don't like that man, but
if that's how he wants to spend his time, so be it, isn't it?
I think he's gonna sell it as well.
That's insane.
Yeah, he's gonna pay his license fee.
Is that what you're gonna call it?
He's gonna pay his license fee, but he's obviously
the white cut. That's wild.
But even in
white girl can't swim.
Wow.
Nah, man. I just think people need to kind of, take time. I think it's alright. It's not that big of a deal, personally.
Yeah,
I think if genuinely, if like, not even to be like offensive, if ginger people came out and said, listen, we actually want this character to look like us, because that's where the character was back then, we can have a conversation. But if I'm seeing white old men get angry about it, black old men get angry about it, Asian old men getting angry about it, what are we talking about?
You're mad if we're gonna go see the film anyway.
Facts. All these live action Disney movies are dead, bro.
Dangerous.
Who's Beyonce's dangerous?
I said Mummy Water is dangerous.
I thought you said Beyonce's dangerous. What are you trying to
You
cancel
tell a
us?
lie.
What, me or him? Hey, yo.
Both. Two things can be true.
Two things can be true. Nah, that's insane.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'll be very interested to see how it plays out. The trailer's got 1.5 million dislikes at the moment.
Yeah, they shot.
How many likes does it have?
I don't know, but they're trying to get that.
Yeah, no, they shot off the dislikes.
Oof.
People,
but I still think it's gonna make bread, because the black dollar is powerful as well, which we saw with Black Panther.
Yeah, but that's slightly different though.
Top Gun taking over.
I just feel like if you're gonna make something original, make it original. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Because yes, what they've done is great to a certain extent, but it's a slap to a face to everybody else who have obviously identified as that being their like.
But that thing's still there though. Like, it doesn't matter. The original
does.
Little Mermaid is still there.
It kind of does. Imagine if you've grown up to know Black Panther is the man, and then you see Chris Evans in the Black Panther.
That would never happen.
I'm shutting down Marvel. Hey, yo,
exactly.
Let's hop in the thing.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
No, but it's not the same, because there's context behind Black Panther. There's no context behind Little Mermaid.
Black Panther's core is being a black person. It's in the name. It's not the fucking white man. Like, what are we talking about?
What's that Disney movie that made Brave? If they remade it Brave and made a black girl brave, the Scottish Dons have every right to be angry.
Facts.
That's their heritage, isn't it? Not Little Mermaid.
Listen,
what heritage is Little Mermaid?
Before Black
Her
Lives
crab
Matter.
is from the Caribbean. She rolls with a fish.
What are we talking about?
Before Black Lives Matter, yeah. It was Ginger's Lives Matter, man. I'm telling you, man.
Shout out to all our ginger listeners, man.
Hey,
Remember when people didn't give a damn about gingers?
I'm gonna put
We
the
love
clip
y'all.
in the chat. So on EastEnders, they were trying to do
You
something.
couldn't say fuckery. I know you were. Go on.
So on EastEnders, they were trying to do. So it's not even that bad, but they're trying to do something for BLM, and he goes to his girlfriend. He's like, he's having a really hard time. He's like, you don't get it. I'm black, and then she goes, no, I do. I'm ginger. I said, yo, lock off the TV, man.
Can I play devil's advocate? They go through some things, man.
Hey, no, the
They
person.
too, man.
Even growing up, like a lot of ginger people, like had a lot of like bullying,
were hated,
and a lot of
man.
bad stuff.
I
Imagine,
don't get it.
imagine,
never
yeah, there's a
understood it.
bunch of
Yeah.
there's a bunch of white kids in school here. Some of them are pale, some of them are olive skin, whatever the case. Some people are blonde, some people are brunettes, and then there's that one redhead kid.
Them man stand out.
That person's gonna get corn.
Yeah,
for
unfortunately,
days.
it's true.
So then now imagine, yeah, you've grown up knowing that this character's like representing you, and then you just see this beautiful black skin. It's like, no, what happened? I hear
But
it.
it's
That's
still-
what I'm
no,
trying
no,
to
no,
say.
the thing is, it doesn't take, because that Little Mermaid from 1989 that's not going in. Oh my god, what a time!
It finally's gone in.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Don't fuck with me. Like don't ever try me again.
Shiyespi.
Kenobi. Kenobi. Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Do you know his brother is a fighter jet, and he called his fighter jet Obi-2? I said, that's some crazy dick riding.
Yeah, yo, stop dick eating, yo. That's wild dick eating. He needs to take a step back and look at himself in the mirror. That's wild.
Kill your brother's dick.
Yo.
That's
Nah.
crazy.
Listen, man.
But no, I do hear what you're saying, but I can't. It doesn't matter. And that 1989 version is there for them to enjoy. It's not going anywhere. It's not like Disney's removing it from the library. This is just a new film.
That's the thing. That's the thing, because I feel like if they keep the 1989 version, there's going to be a place where people are saying, let's watch Little Mermaid. Oh yeah, let's go watch Little Mermaid. Then this black kid who's just grown up, yeah, I've only seen the black version. Then they show this one, they say, no, this is the real one.
I don't think anyone does that. I don't look at like, and to the point, and the live action films aren't better than the originals.
Maybe
so,
my mind thinks like that. It's just that's what I know.
yeah, I don't think that would be the case. If I
Imagine if I take my child, yeah, to like their friends.
okay, fair enough.
and they watch,
That will be the definitive version for them, but you can show them both, and they will probably enjoy the animated one more because those films are better. Like, what are we talking about? The Cinderella one.
What I'm talking about is the fact that they did this to Jesus Christ. That's what I'm talking about.
What? Because Homeboy is what? He's
When they made out like
he's white.
Say that again.
I know Jesus isn't white,
Right.
but blonde hair, blue eyes, and all that shit.
Yeah.
That ain't Jesus.
And then the fact that we found out,
That
it's
ain't
like, hold on.
Just because you name him Darren doesn't mean he belongs to Darren.
That is a
He was
white
from the Mount
oh,
Caucasus.
Caucasus.
No way.
He came out the womb with a credit score of 900.
There's no way.
He's insane for that.
Even how did we let them get that off? Because
He went to Egypt.
Even just simple geography would be like, damn it, he couldn't survive. He'd be crisp.
He went to Egypt to hide. Like everyone knows, there's that white kid over there.
He'd stand out. Yo, come on.
Yo, yeah.
Who was it that wanted him dead? King Herod.
Yeah.
Come, let's
Yo, man, he's right there.
off with his head, man. What are we
man.
talking about?
Credit score 9,000, bro.
Credit score 9,000. That's so wild.
Nah, Jesus is G. Like last two pods, we've been giving him his credit, man.
That's a fact.
Really tore the club up.
Praise God.
Praise
Do
God.
you mind if I praise God?
Praise God.
Whoa! Cat Franklin got so busy.
Oh, come on, man. Go.
For real.
It's crazy.
And I respect him because when he was beefing his son,
Yeah, but that's
he
private,
had the
bro.
voicemail.
Yeah, it's
He
private by
cooked
hearing.
that boy.
That's wild. Honestly wild.
Listen, sometimes spare the rod, spare the child.
Listen, man. It's actually wild. It's all wild in the dunya, bro. Guys, do you think, the older you get, the less ability you have to dance? Like, do you feel like it slowly slips away from you?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
no.
Have you seen the clips of Genuine recently?
What?
What's going on with him?
What? Did you see him on 106 Park? 106 Park?
No, what did he do?
My God, it was abysmal. Like
It's recent or back
it
in the
wasn't
day?
recent,
back
but it
then?
was back in the day. It was real like shuku.
Oh, so he couldn't dance then, and he can't dance now.
But I don't think has he always been viewed as a dancer. I mean, I know Pony's incredibly popular, but like,
Not really been.
Yeah, but he
I wouldn't say he's a dancer.
pause. He was flexible back then.
I don't think that's a pause.
And he had movement. Well, I don't wanna
Now
say
man's
he was
dancing like he's Quagmire, bro. Bare neck movements and that.
I don't think you necessarily lose it. I'm keeping it very simple, man.
He's just
I'm keeping
not
it. It's a
active.
simple 2-step now.
Yeah.
I'm not overdoing it. You ain't seeing me.
Trying to get sturdy.
Oh, nah.
Yo, you seen Woody getting sturdy? Pause.
Oh
yeah.
He was getting busy.
nah.
He was like-
The way you came back. What song was you dancing to?
Pulled
Was it
it
Dior?
back. Oh no, it was hard. I'm not sure. Yo, why does all the people in those costumes like get busy? Like, they're
There's
all
a black man under there.
facts.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm inviting them to the party, man.
I seen one in a Sonic costume just getting busy.
Oh, there's no.
There's bare there, or the guy in a Spider-Man costume getting busy.
My thing is this, yeah. Yes and no. Right now, my knee's playing up. Yeah.
Sometimes I have an ankle injury.
Got a knee injury.
But it don't stop the wine.
Fair enough.
Oh, would you catch one on Thursday?
1000%.
Why, listen.
I respect that, man.
You have to know.
Nah, I know.
It's just
He managed you for a fan.
It's a fact. So,
Listen.
but it was hard. No, you know why? Yeah, because
Excuse me?
because the thing is, I've only done wines at places that many people don't know who I am.
But people knew you were there. So
Aunties and uncles.
dude,
Was your mum and dad there?
Nah, yeah, well, thank God.
praise God.
But the thing is,
Getting a wine and your parents being there is
no, but the thing is,
different level
the
six.
message is gonna go
That's
to my
insane.
parents anyway. So
Oh,
it's mad. Yeah. But that day was a wonderful day.
Chairs galore.
Chairs galore. Where were the chairs from, man? Talk to me.
I mean, the bride looked beautiful
hella chairs.
everywhere.
No, that day, yeah, it was alright, man. I mean, yeah, I caught wine. A lot of people saw it. It was like cool, whatever the case, innit? But
Yeah.
Were there more did other people catch a wine or was it just you?
come on, man. It was me. Like, what are we
him.
talking about, niggas?
Say less.
But the thing is, it was like that. Me and that person, we just had some fun. That's what it was. It wasn't like lovey-dovey or anything like that. But it was just like fun.
Fair
I'm
enough,
saying.
man. Fair enough.
So, yeah. But you know, it was a good day.
Yeah, celebrations, man.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Nah, I don't know. I'm just seeing this clip and just making me die laughing. Cause
What, Genuine?
Yeah.
I've got to see it now.
Just doing some crazy shit, but it's one of those things. I think you can't lose rhythm, especially as black people. Like it's in our just genes. I don't know what they did with us. 99.9% of us
He
have.
looks like he's 68.
Yeah, he's looking.
God
older.
damn.
His movements just look like he's 68.
This looks aged.
Yeah.
So you're saying he's dancing, you're doing up giggity?
Bro, he's bare like he's moving wild, bro. There's that one clip where he like levitates his body up to like
Is that
I don't know what it's him, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's him. It's really him,
Someone
bro.
said when someone says, "Can you lift your feet when I'm hoovering?"
It's like this.
No way. That's Genuine.
Yeah, man.
That's insanity. Well,
He's cooking out here. I don't know
Oh
what
my
he's
God.
doing. He's bare body popping. He's moving like Safari, bro.
Hey, listen, he can.
Not in a good way. It's actually wild.
God damn.
I'm happy for him though. He's getting viral.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing now. He's just enjoying it.
I mean, I would love to see what the back end is for like having a song as
Like Pony.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's
gotta be out
That's
here.
money forever, bro.
Yeah,
That's money
facts.
in perpetuity. Like even Joe Budden is still eating like couple grand every year off of Pump It Up. So you know the money will always be there. So you only need one, man. Sometimes you only need one
Catch one.
smash, and you're all right. You can live a decent life still.
Listen, Pump It Up changed my life because it was at the end of You Got Served, and I played that scene back so many times just to hear the song.
It's legendary, man.
These times you couldn't download shit, so if I wanted to hear that song, that's what I went to hear. It.
The way he was rapping that song makes me laugh
His
so
flow
much.
is insane.
Nah, that's crazy.
Fuck.
Should we get into some serious stuff?
Yes.
Chris Kaba. He was, I guess it would have been 2 weeks now, 3 weeks
Yeah.
from him being killed. Rest in peace, of course.
Yeah.
But the discourse about it is obviously mixed as per whenever these things happen. The police essentially said that they had flagged the car, so they used what's the Trident police pulled up on him. So it's not any type of normal police, because normal police don't carry guns, do they? So Trident pulled up, essentially assassinated him, pretty much. And the discourse is, did they have the force or lethal? Did they have the authority to be able to do something like this, especially if he was unarmed?
I don't care. My position will never change on this. I don't care who that person is, who the person is in the car. If they're unarmed and you've not necessarily given them an opportunity to cooperate, I can't hear it. Do you know what I mean? Like that's essentially what's happened here.
You know what? I spoke to, this was like years back. My dad, me and my dad were at Lakeside, and then like the police, I don't know what they were doing, but they had like their own stall.
Right.
And then my dad was like, "Oh, you're wearing a cap. Like, why are you wearing a cap here? And you're just like walking around." So then that police officer explained exactly why he had a cap on. And he was talking about how he had to train. He had to be trained to like be in possession of a gun or a weapon, just in case anything was to escalate in any way, shape or form. He said city police are completely different from metropolitan police. However, him working in Essex police, like there's completely different training in terms of like metropolitan police, Essex police. Like they all probably do the same training, but in terms of having a gun on you, like it's intense. And basically, if you are called for situations where you have to use the gun, you're gonna have to use 9 times out of 10. It's not a case of negotiation. You're not gonna be here having a conversation of, "What, you ain't got a gun? Alright, cool."
But I
Do you get what I'm saying?
okay, is that strictly just the UK? Because
that's in the UK. Like not every
The vast majority of
if
policemen
there's-
in the UK don't have guns.
yeah. There's
It's
only
just
like a
Trident.
very
It's the Mandem.
small unit that have
Yeah,
police.
yeah. When they pull up on you, it's like military shit. They're
Yeah.
on your
but are
back.
they not even? Is
You're
it like
probably-
what
you're
we saw
probably
with
looking at-
Modi in.
You probably look at 15% of the whole like forces. Like they probably are trained for that situation.
So is it like what we saw with Modi in?
Top Boy. Yeah.
Where
It's
was
pretty
just-
much
that was it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
There's nothing to talk about.
They're
It's
pulling.
done.
They're pulling up on you.
Yeah, so they've identified him. Then moments later, they're like, "All right, cool. I think this guy's here, and that's him." So then, because they know that my man's actually a sicko, like, cool, armed police. That's when they turned out and just said, "Get out of the car," and then he was there, just like they weren't trying to negotiate.
Yeah.
They just shot him straight away. So let me just change the camera real quick.
Go ahead.
I think but surely there has to be a level, because then you're just gonna be in this. But this is just gonna be a cycle.
No, yeah, you're right. So like, what the difference between? I mean, that's the show situation, but in this situation it's wrong because it's due process, right? It's due process. Okay, the car didn't belong to him, and yes, people have questioned his character due to things that's happened before. But regardless,
I genuinely don't care about that.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm bringing it back to what you said. It's like, it doesn't matter. There needs to be due process. You take him, you detain him, and you find out what you need to find out. The fact that he's unarmed, it makes it even worse now.
I'm just like, my sympathy is just like, just being black is just frustrating. Do you know what I mean? I don't like, it's so sad, but I just don't have any more like sympathy left to give. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand.
You're just that like, how is this happening again? Because I'll never forgive them for what Dylan Roof, when he shot up the church. I know that was in the States, but my man got in the back of the police vehicle, and they took him to go get Burger King. Like, he gets to get in the car alive. Shoot him up, like, shoot him. in more words of Chris Tucker, like, what are we talking about?
Shoot his ass. But like, as I was saying about the police, as I was saying about the police here, like, when it comes to those situations, like when armed police are there, it's not a case of.
But I just can't see that being true.
It's not a case we got to wait for. They are there to.
No.
Fucking,
Okay, yes, but
if they're there to do a job, And if that means if any of you move in any way, shape, or form, we will shoot you.
But
And that's
there
it.
has to be due processes. Come out the car with your hands up. Let's all. I don't know. We've seen it in film. I'm not saying that film is true, but it's a depiction of reality.
Yeah,
we've all seen. Come out the car with your hands up.
Yeah.
If he doesn't cooperate and there's evidence of that, cool. Do what you have to do because you want to. The cop wants to go home as well. He's got kids and he's got a life. So I hear it. Like I know you're scared. It's a scary situation to be in because you don't know what that man's on. But you have to give him a chance to show his humanity. If you're up, there's 10 of you and there's one of him. If you all lie it up. He's
like, who the fuck do you think this guy is? I think he's an equalizer or something. Like,
no, because the thing is, I totally agree with what everybody else is saying. But in this case, when we spoke to the police officer, he said in them situations, it's yes or no. It's
I
not
can't
a
see
case
that,
of, let me see Wagwan about his... Bro, it's a yes or no situation. And that's where they're like, if my man does any funny movement, that's it. Done. I'm sorry to say it like this because we're talking about a very sensitive topic.
Yeah.
Because... Like the
so
person, the characterization of the person currently coming out, it seems like this person was a genuine guy. Like it was a genuine lad. Like he just had nothing to do with the roads or anything like that. However, he just got caught in a situation, and the police did what they did, and that's all we know. So as far as we know,
what did they say? What did they say that he did to?
So what had happened is, from what my understanding, don't take it as a gospel. We all know him from 6'7", right? He's obviously has his. We all have a perception of him.
He's from 6'7".
Yeah.
Oh,
so that's kind of unfortunately that's made the situation. That's made the situation more techie.
Yeah.
What happened was, from what I know, is the day before there was a situation with a firearm, and I think the vehicle got flagged at the scene, or something of some sort to do with him got flagged at the scene. Now the next
but it
day,
didn't have anything to do with it. I
don't think it had anything to do with it
at the scene. You're right.
I think the vehicle was flagged at the scene, but I don't know if he had anything to do with it.
He wasn't involved in what. Yeah,
vehicle gets flagged the next day, and then this situation unfolds. Now I agree with what you're saying, Eman. However, in this specific situation where there's no crime being committed in that specific moment, he's literally just driving the car. It murkies the waters because he's not doing anything wrong in that precise moment. He's not had the time to be prosecuted for anything. Yeah. If it was a night before and he was at the scene, then sight go. But it's the next day, nothing has happened. They've not even identified him at the scene the day before. You've just you've literally come up and you've executed him.
At what point is it like, what can we do as black people? Can't walk, shut up a homeboy, Ahmad. Can't go driving. You can't these are just everyday things that we should be able to.
The United States is wild.
I know, but
in this situation, my man. Okay, I don't want to come off as the guy saying, "Oh yeah, I agree with the police" or anything like that. I don't know like the full story or the full scenario, but like for argument's sake and just for the people to know and have a balanced view on it, it's like my man's known to the feds. Something just happened yesterday. We know about this car, so if anything goes south, we're not gonna go there unarmed. We're gonna go there armed. And what happened is what happened.
There's nothing wrong with them going there armed.
As is your right.
There's nothing with them going there armed. What's wrong is with them executing him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
that's something I can't explain. They pulled up on man like he was gonna do like he's done a terrorist act. These things happen when something's gone south. South. Try to pull up when, God forbid, when something happens in London and everyone's like shit, everyone panics, hides, try to come out and they pull up and they get rid of people. This man was just driving, bro. If it was a day before, I get it. I understand it. But they've executed man broad day and he's just driving the car. Let's just use that as an isolated instance. That's exactly what's happened. So if that can happen to him, driving that whip,
that's scary. That's scary hours.
I'm sure, bro. When I saw it, I was like, yo, that could literally just be me.
Yeah.
That could literally just be me. They might look at a picture. Yep, that's the black guy from the day before. Pull up.
That's insane.
I'm thinking, what?
At least there's got to be a process. I can't think it's just on site. Like there has to be a show us your hands.
It's high
put your
caution.
hands on.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's that's what I'm trying to say. Like it's high caution. So at them moments, it's just like something like yesterday, something went off. So what today? It's like, bro, no, like we are the police. Nobody in forces or armed forces is gonna get harmed. And we're gonna make sure we neutral. That's how they're thinking, bro. They're thinking we're going to neutralize the situation.
But there's
But they don't have the jurisdiction. They have the power to do it, but they should not be able to be able
There's
to play.
10 of you as well. Like, what could he?
They should be
what
able
do they
to
think
judge
he
him
would
and
want?
execute him on the spot at that precise moment. They don't have the ability. They
Do you
shouldn't have the ability.
That's why
to do
you
that.
do the training. That's why you go for training. They have the skills to be able to de-escalate that situation. If he comes out the car, I'm sure you'd have been like, "Yo, what the fuck's going on? Like, I don't know anything about no gun."
Yeah, man, we should get armed forces here. Just
Yeah,
because,
for conversation sake to see.
Because it's like. Yeah, I could. I could argue.
But I just
their
don't
case
see in any world that they're going to be
any way,
able
shape,
to.
or form,
I'm
but
just
it's
not hearing
like,
it because them man are racist.
Yeah,
still.
like
That's where I'm at with it.
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
because
I'm
if
just
it
gonna
was, if
draw
it
the.
was a Donny of another color, it will be like.
Yeah, that's why I don't really.
Man.
Yeah, that's
that man
why
can
I'm
even
just,
be
Them
serial
man are
killers,
racist, though.
walk into the precincts. That's a dangerous person. Shoot! You're not gonna shoot him. You're gonna hear him out. Say hands behind your back. How are you shooting on sight like that?
It's insane.
It's
That's what they're trained
frustrating,
to
man.
do. That's the thing.
But you're not. No, I can't.
If we get armed forces, then at least that conversation can be had. 'cause
Okay,
I could
I'd
argue
be
their case
interested
all
to
day.
see. I would
but
be
it's
interested
like,
to see their side, but it's just
Yeah.
something I just don't think my brain can compute. There's your like. I know a police officer, and 90% of the job is to de-escalate. Like
Yeah.
that's not to heighten the situation. It should never have gotten there. That should be your last resort. Like that he has to have shown you that he's on crud for you to have to take him out like that. And he didn't show any signs of that. From what I've heard and what I've seen of the case, that's not what it is. So you've done that. You've identified that. That's something that at its heart, the police as an institution is racist.
Facts.
You've identified that. You've seen that black man and you've made a decision. He was dead, in my opinion, before they even got there.
Facts.
I can't, like, as I said, my sympathy levels, you just can't keep, I can't keep seeing this.
That also goes for the case of like Mark Duggan. Like that situation, that was just, it was weird because the thing is, my man wasn't doing what he was doing and he was just calm. However, Trident decided to target him, and then they lied about the case afterwards, and it was like, right, you guys,
We know what they're on.
So with this situation, we'll see it unfold. I can say as much as I can to obviously balance the view, but it's just like,
I think the history speaks for itself for me. For me, I
Well,
think
this has
the
gotta be case
history.
like 100
I think the
there-
history speaks for
no,
itself.
man.
There's too much fuckery with black people and the police in the past for me to even try to look at this situation with nuance, because we've seen this time and time again.
I don't
me.
like that institution, man.
So yeah, it's sad. Obviously, rest in peace. I see people.
That's a big,
I see people peacefully protesting, which is a good thing. But
and God, like R.I.P. But I think the fact that Lizzie died saved what could have been a huge thing. Because I think people, people were like,
Really?
I think people would have been amped, but
Yeah, I
it
think
really
so.
quashed the case. Because it just was, there was no the discourse around it. I think it happened the same day as her death.
there was like a peaceful protest.
Yeah.
People walking through the streets. Yeah, it's
Love for that.
just getting numb to this shit now, innit?
That's
Just getting
it.
numb
And
to
I don't think we can get at that point. Like, fam, at some point, I'm not joking anymore. Like, we laugh about it and we say it every day, we say it every week, but we know where these people live. The people that are in charge of these institutions. At some point, we have to rise up and say this shit ain't okay. Like,
Yeah,
you can't just.
I think the police in general as like an institution and what it's supposed to do is a flawed concept in general, because you're entrusting people who have the same quote unquote the same biology as you, the same way of thinking as you, to govern others of the same. So that in itself is already a poison chalice, because you have to view people not as yourself but as of people you have power over. Then once you bring in how institutionalized a country is in itself, and how the hierarchies of like poverty and people who are like in quote unquote like, you know, lesser off positions are, it becomes murky waters. Unfortunately, I'm not even trying to vouch for them right now, but unfortunately that's just how it goes, and that's what leads to inevitably racism. It leads to targeting. It leads to all of these fuckeries that happen. So,
I'm not for-
in itself, the concept of police in itself is already, in my opinion, a flawed
not
concept.
for getting rid of it.
Something needs to change.
But it needs to be reformed.
Yeah, absolutely,
Massively.
absolutely.
It doesn't work,
Bro, the book I read on why I'm no longer talking to black people about race. Some of the stuff that the police used to do back in the day, unbelievable.
Yeah.
So so much to the point, like if they happen today,
if it was,
we'd be all losing our minds collectively.
and then there's some older people that I spoke to as well. Like they said that police, they won't just do it to black people; they'll do it to everybody. Like the police themselves, they never gave a damn. But of course, the concept of like what we're talking about now.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's like that's why probably a lot of people who are older than us were probably numb to this Chris Kaba thing. Some of the stuff that I've read back then, like I read in the book back then, it blows my mind. It honestly blows my mind. So yeah, it's in my opinion, you can't overlook history when it comes to a situation like this, and all the signs point to it being what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, and that's how around the bush. If you told me, that's how I've always lived my life. If you show me you're a dickhead, I've got to believe you're a dickhead. And I think on numerous occasions, the police, I can't, man. They've shown us that it's flawed. It doesn't work. And especially it doesn't work for people in relation to that look like us three in this room.
Yeah, it's a fact, man.
So, boy.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
For real.
Shall we bring the mood back up?
Oh, what do you have?
My grandpa told me I shouldn't pull 100 grand out.
That's my guy.
So I'm not going to pull 100 grand out.
Yo, Jack Harlow nominated for Lyricist of the Year at the BET Awards. Listen, I don't give a... At this point, I'm just along for the journey.
Who else was nominated?
The usual suspects. Drake, Jay-Z.
He's losing.
He's not going to get it. He shouldn't be there. Jay dropped an album this year. What are we talking about?
I want to see the list.
He's had some of the worst lyrics. I give a sweet
semen.
Eman, this ain't real.
The list is Jack Harlow, Jay-Z, J. Cole, Drizzy Drake, Benny the Butcher, and Baby Keem. Why is Baby Keem in there?
I haven't even Baby Keem.
Baby Keem. Nah, he has bars.
I'm not.
In isolation, yes.
Lyricist of the year. This is Lyricist of the year.
I could hear that.
I can't give it to Baby Keem.
No,
I know what you're trying to say,
and I'm not disputing it.
He gets some really great bars off, but he's not a lyricist to me. No, it's Jack Harlow. Whoever put that list together is an idiot.
Nah, the machine behind Jack Harlow is trying to push him to the moon, and I'm loving watching
here
it.
for it.
Yeah, that's my guy,
Jack
man.
Harlow coins going through the roof. Harlow coin gone.
Invest now, man. It's insane.
The price is too high, man. I can't invest anymore, bro.
I can't.
Price of bricks too high.
Lyricist of the year. Is Drake in there? He shouldn't be in there.
What? The only good bars he's put out are the ones that are on Churchill's Drive.
To be fair, that is an incredible verse.
That's one of his. I think that's my verse of the year, possibly.
Lyricist of the year.
I don't know, man. That's embarrassing. They should be ashamed of themselves.
I think he's thinking, why am I on this?
I'm sure he would even probably, yeah. He seems like the sort of person that would be like, I don't deserve to be here. And that's not a bad thing. Like, even when, because his project before the one that came out this year, like even lyrically he's better on there. But I don't think he'd even say, what am I doing here?
I can't believe we're here.
But you hit the nail on the head.
Listen, man. I mean, if he wins, I'm here for it.
Oh my God.
Just for the bants.
I'm throwing a party.
I'm here for the bants if he wins, bro.
Is Kanye West on there?
Nah, he's not on there. He's not putting anything out this year, has he? Except for that, Donda 2 or whatever it was.
It didn't really come out, did it?
Come out.
Security gonna need security.
Yeah, he's dropped the Gap. Well, he's ended a partnership.
But what happened? They just dropped his clothing. Or did that not happen?
No, it's
He must have a clause to.
Hey, we really be like, this happens a lot with us. Yeah, I mean,
we say stuff and it happens.
Yeah, and it happens the next week.
Yeah. Thing is, he can do it, but again, it's going to be very difficult.
Well, Gap's in trouble, like financially in trouble.
Oh, really? I didn't know this. I didn't know this. I think Kanye has every I like his ambition. I think he can definitely pull off his own like Yeezy company, but again, it's gonna be.
It's so hard to do it on your own.
It's gonna be
because
very hard.
it's just some of these institute or companies are like borderline near on 100 years old. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you gotta start from somewhere, you know.
This is true.
You gotta start from somewhere.
Yeah, and he's got the money to do it. He is the richest black man in America.
Yeah, no, he is.
So
It's just a different ball game playing with corporations. That's the problem. Like, no one man can really do it themselves like that. Like, if you take the guy who made like Nike, like, I don't know much about him, but you can bet like when he first made Nike, it wasn't necessarily like the same way Kanye would have made Yeezy. Do you know what I mean? So it's a harder game, but I think he can do it. It's just going to take a lot longer, and he might lose a lot of money in the process, to be honest with you. Yeah. It's very, very hard trying to create an infrastructure for clothes by yourself. It's very, very hard. And shoes.
Yeah.
But he can do it. I'm sure he can do it.
To be fair, with the right amount of money, manufacturing.
It's just marketing at that point, really.
No, you could.
He needs to. Do you know what he needs to do? I think he needs to go backwards.
No, the way he works like the way he produces music.
He needs
sampling,
but he needs to go backwards. Do you know how with Yeezy and with Gap, he tried to make it because he kept going about how he loves how Zara's model is everybody can get your stuff because they have the infrastructure to just put out everything everywhere with a blink of an eye. Before he did that, it was very much exclusivity. You drop, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I think if he wants to make money again, he might have to go backwards and do that again because there's no way he's going to be able to make as much money as he did and do things.
Oh, so you're going the exclusive route.
He might have to because to be able to manufacture and distribute millions and millions and millions of clothes and shoes at a blink of an eye through one organization without having the like Yeezy companies around the world, because you know Zara's based around the world, Gap is based around the world, Adidas is based around the world. Yeezy's technically only based in America. So I think he needs to go back in order to go forward.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think if anybody can do it with the amount of things and influence he can do, it's definitely him.
Oh, yeah, the influence he has is through the roof.
But
it's gonna be hard though. Fucking hell.
Oh no, it's not gonna be.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, I think what he wants to do, I think the best model format is like Next and Lipsy. I know like most people today don't shop at Lipsy, but however, back in the day, you used to shop at Lipsy if you're a woman, or if you're So essentially, I think that's what he wanted to do. However, Gap had their thought process of, there's Yeezy Gap, and then we could copy a few things from Yeezy Gap and then make our own, and then sell it at affordable prices rather than expensive prices. It's like, no, if you just give me the same thing like Next and Lipsy, then I'll be all right. However,
are high on those
allow me to at least control a price where it's somewhat affordable, where everyone can buy a coat.
Is that what he wanted to do?
That's what he really wanted to do. Because the thing is, if everything's affordable, anyone can get it. It's no longer a case of the exclusive club. Yeah. Because the moment you become an exclusive club, it's people then are somewhat fickle. Like they have the Balenciaga phase, then they go to Louis Vuitton, then they go to Hermes, but then they come back to Balenciaga. Whereas if it's just an affordable one, you may stick with H&M for a long period of time. You may stick with Zara for a long time. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think that's what he really, really wants to do. With the Adidas one,
Listen, go back to Nike.
John Wexler is no longer there, so I can understand why that's no longer the case and why that relationship has kind of distanced itself. But they should have just allowed Kanye to just do what he wanted to do in terms of create, because they have the infrastructure, they have the relationships of the massive production. However, Kanye has to find a way on exactly what you said. Not one man can do all that.
He's gonna have to partner up with someone or something.
100.
But
maybe not necessarily like a brand or something, but like some kind of like distribution or mass production company or something, because it's impossible to do it by yourself.
No, because Nike has probably partnerships with like thousands of factories. They have partnerships with thousands of factories.
Yeah, because they have the capital for it. Exactly. Do you really think Kanye West can't? It's impossible. You can't do it himself.
It's a long day, man.
And especially
you
when
have to start small.
Yeah, no, exactly.
As you said,
especially when like the capital, especially when the majority of your net worth or your money comes from your brand itself. Unless you want to sell 50% of Yeezy, which he's never going to do. No. He's going to have to. I think he has to start.
Otherwise, it becomes Rockefeller.
and then you lose it, and then that's that. It becomes disassociated from what it actually is. So
Because Rockaway was something, and then the next thing it was just like, because they went and sold it off, or even better. I don't know if you man watched And One.
And One, yeah.
You watched it.
No, I've not watched it, but you told me about it.
I'm not
watched
watching
it.
Yeah, so
You brought it up on a podcast before.
yeah. No, it's just.
I think these are good problems for him to have, though.
Yeah, if you see the rise and fall of And One,
Peak.
it could almost be the same thing with Yeezy. It could almost be the same thing.
Really?
With Yeezy. Yeah. Well, not really, because Kanye West, he really wants to push product and like be at his highest. He wants to like, he's a competitive person, so he wants to produce these high end stuff at a reasonable price where people can access it. I mean, that's why you see like a lot of these popping up brands, like, you know, represent Discover or Destructive, whatever it's called, even a Reefer Door. Like, you have these other brands who are actually popping up, and they're making high quality products but at affordable prices.
Yeah.
So it's like, what Kanye West wants to do is actually captivate that and push it, but at a massive level, worldwide level. And I hear it, but it's just, you're gonna have to move backward before you move forward.
Yeah.
So
I think that's the way he's gonna have to go.
We'll see. It'll be interesting to see what his next move actually
I'm
is.
very interested to see how this pans out. Is there any more topics?
I think there was one more. Sorry, one moment.
What's next on the docket?
Actually, I don't know if there's anything else. You know, I did say no. Yeah, I've pretty much covered everything. PNB Rock. I guess we can talk about that.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace to that man.
For real.
Yeah. Do either of you listen to his music? I've never listened to his music before. I've heard him on features here.
A few songs. That's it. But I've never really listened to his music.
It's just really sad.
It's crazy, man. LA is really hot, man.
What makes it worse is the fact that The Game made a track like years ago saying
check in.
No, not even check in. Just check in. I don't know what the exact lyric was. However, I know that the lyrics was basically, it's either a blood gang or a Crip gang that's gonna run up to you in Roscoe's, and that's exactly what happened.
That's eerie.
So,
it was do you know what, it's one of the iced tea.
I said that it's gonna be hectic times, man. People are gonna be doing random stuff, like, because right now,
direct debits, robberies, crack cocaine. I'm telling you, like, it's like, not even trying to be funny, bro. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff that's going on, especially in the United States, where in the UK you might be able to phase it a bit. Like, we know there's the poverty, there's a breadline, and there's working class where they're just trying to make sure that they pay their regular bills. And there's middle class. Some people are okay at the moment. Then there's an upper class we don't even know about. In the United States, that doesn't exist. It's you're rich or you're poor. That's it. And then there's just you're off. You're not even at the breadline. And in Los Angeles right now, it's horrible. There's gangs and there's homelessness problems. It's rampant out there. So then for this situation to happen, it's like, you need to be very, very careful how you move in LA.
And the discourse,
it's just in the United States in general. The
discourse that's kind of happened or came about as a result of this is people talking about, you know, posting your location online, because the initial outrage was that his girlfriend posted a location, but turns out he posted his location before she even did. So people are basically saying, you know, be careful when you post where you are.
What happened to Pop, innit? Like, Pop's one was, you look back at it, it was ridiculous when you think about it. Like, that place was hot. But I just think, as a genre like that we love, it's riddled with violence. There's no doubt about it, especially if the stuff that a lot of our favorite rappers talk about. But we just lose so many. You're easily losing one a year.
Yeah, so it's a dangerous profession.
For real.
Not even like no bands. It's a dangerous profession.
What they stopped with Pop is just still this day, man.
It irks me, man. But
I just think, but yeah, hopefully also maybe a case of move smarter. Not that I'm saying, like, you know, I don't want to say that about the Dead or that he wasn't a smart young man, but like, LA's notorious, and that's why Ice-T made an interesting point. You don't see a lot of LA rappers with a lot of jewelry. And the reason for that is because the city's
Get
hot.
robbed, yeah.
So, that's something to consider.
That's actually a great observation.
Yeah. And I didn't think about it until he pointed it out. But that man ain't going around, diamonds dancing like that. It's more of an Atlanta thing.
Atlanta, New York.
Atlanta's hot as well, though. From what I hear, like, it's things always happening. Man.
Hey, the greatest picture ever was taken recently. Little TJ and 50 Cent. And the caption was "Many Men." I said,
Yes. Fair enough.
what a time.
What a time to be alive.
For real. Someone said between them there's 18 shots.
That's insane. That's insane.
How do you survive
TJ,
that?
I don't know, man.
Well,
he's
TJ,
a
man.
talented dude.
He's going to be my music for this week.
Fair dues, man.
He's a survivor.
Do you like this Ice Spice girl that's gone viral?
If I was feeling you, that nigga munched.
What?
You man's like her. Have you not seen this
Someone
girl?
said she's a one-verse wonder.
A one-verse wonder.
She's gone viral on TikTok for her song.
It's
I don't even
called
know
Munch.
what it's called, but the lyric that's gone quite big is "You thought I was feeling you, that nigga munched. I aim for lunch." It's god awful, but she looks amazing.
Listen on Mute Classic.
Just slaps on mute.
One slaps on Mute Classic. That's what it is, man.
Recycle bin.
People are saying that she strategically like shakes her bum every like 4 bars just to
Yeah.
distract
Oh
you
my
from
god.
it
Do you
being
know what
rubbish.
someone said? Every time I was about to close this, like she shook her bum, so I couldn't close.
She's a genius.
I was trapped.
Best rapper alive.
But, oh man,
Cardi B's best rapper alive.
she looks sensational. How you go to court looking like that? She's never leaving my top 5.
Hey,
She
still.
got that man up out of there sipping on sea.
Listen, man. I
What?
ain't mad at it. She's
Nah, no, it's all, man. That's my dog. Hey, do you see what Azealia Banks caused between Nicki? So Azealia Banks told Nicki Minaj that Cardi B was doing judge on her,
Yikes.
and then
Nicki tweeted something.
yeah, and then Cardi B came out and said, "I ain't on that." And then Azealia Banks came out and said, "It was me all along."
No. Shout out to Azealia Banks.
I was in the I was in the
She's
2-1-2.
she's a troublemaker, man.
For real. I live for it, man.
What's going on, Eman? Have you seen something?
Nothing.
You seen the Spice video?
No.
Fair enough. I'll show you after.
Spice maybe, but
Ice Spice.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
All right, let's get out of it, man.
the song that I'm choosing for this week is this song is actually it's what do you call this? Beyond its time.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Okay. Mighty praise.
Isaiah Rashad, Modest.
Modest.
Yeah. It's beyond its time.
That song is hard.
It is.
Niggas really give you what you want. That album is really good as well.
Jack came in right here, but
I'm picking an important
if you gotta leave.
song in our friendship.
Sorry, what's it called?
Pop Smoke feat Little TJ War.
Big tune.
For real.
Big tune. I'm gonna give y'all something different. I'm gonna give you guys a song. Actually, let's say it's different. It's K Tronada. I ain't that different. Rochelle Jordan, All Along. K Tronada remix. You know he's in his bag as per usual. But yeah, check that
That's
out.
your boy.
Check that out. Well, it's been another week of the Made Chafford experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, share, subscribe. Give us a review on Spotify. Like and subscribe on YouTube. And follow us. Made in Chafford everywhere where you find all your things. But yeah,
Love.
until next week, we out.